Hello, welcome to Fancy Crafts. Okay, I've got this mold again, and I am going to put this cute little elephant down in this mold. Look how adorable he is. I have tried flattening him out within means, but he should still work out because when I flip him over, it's going to lay flatter. So, anyways, this is what we're going to be working on today. All right, I got 2 cups of resin. I mixed them already and separated them into 2 cups. And I did 34 grams of A and 32 grams of B. Okay, so I'm using this white epoxy resin pigment paste. And I just put 1 drop in. I'm giving it a good mix. And it's pretty white. So, anyways, I don't want it to be over on the white. But there is that. I went to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, and got some of the paper Dixie cups. Because they collapse down better than those plastic, well, the plastic ones don't even. Okay, so here's the silver gray that I'm using. And I'm just going to give it a good squirt of it because I want it to show up in there. Okay, it's pretty transparent. You can see through it. So I'm going to do 1 drop of the white. Why do I always do that when I'm on a live? I'm sorry, guys. I've just had this awful cough for a couple months, and I have not been able to get rid of it totally. Even with going to the doctor. Okay, it gives it a gray because I'm trying to get it to match up with the elephant. Give it another squirt of the silver. And I think that will just about do it. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. Oh, this is much better. Whoops. Let me move my other cup. I should have done that before. Okay, and then I will just set it aside. I did the silver gray. And then I will do the white. Around the ends here, it's kind of hard to get it to go in without coming up on the top on this mold. I'm just trying to get it to fill in. Might have to go mix just a little bit more. Trying not to have to do that with this one. Thought I would have enough. Okay. Got a couple little air bubbles in there. I just want to make sure I get them from being trapped. And I will clean it up as always once I'm done with this part. And the air bubbles on the ends here. I am not sure what is going on with this. Okay, so there you have that. I need to add just a little bit more, and I will do that, and then I will come back and I'll have it all cleaned up, and I will place the elephant, and I'll go on to that step. But that's what I'm going to do, and I will be back. Okay, I am back. And I'm going to just reach over and get my tape measure because I'm going to need it. And okay, so this elephant is a press-on for a shirt is all this is. And it's just got the stuff on the back to press it onto a shirt. That's all this elephant is. I got it off Temu. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have 75 grams of A and 67 grams of B. So I just got it all mixed up, and I'm going to just go ahead and pour right in here. So I want to make sure that I have enough. And I'm hoping that I do. I hope I don't have to mix anymore. Because you don't want it very thick, just long enough for it to sit down, for the picture to sit down in a little ways. Okay, so I'm just going to finish scraping this out. Okay, and I'll just wipe my stick, and I'm gonna just use my little silicone stick here and get it all pushed to the sides gently without scratching my mold. And get it pushed to the sides. And once I do, it will level out. I'm just going to go over the top of it a little. And I have something down in that. All right. And I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to take the elephant and I'm just going to gently drop it down in. And I am going to start in the middle and push out on it just to make sure that there are no bubbles, hopefully underneath. And I'm just going to come up over the top a little bit to weigh the sticker down so it doesn't come up out of the resin. And then I'll get it positioned where I want it. Okay, so I pretty much got it all covered. That'll just help weigh it down. All right. Now let me see where it's got to be from here. I want to bring him up just a little bit, and I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure and push on him a little. And I think it's got to go this way. I just kind of work at it a little. Sometimes by dabbing it like that, that will help level your resin out. Okay. Now let me see what I've got here. Make sure that there are no air bubbles. All right, I'm going to use the ear for the guide. Two and a fourth. Let's see what it is on this side. Okay, we definitely need to move it over. So let me push, try not to damage the front side. Let me see what would be a good way to do this without damaging it. I'm going to try pushing them. All right, see where I get with that. All right, so we're at right at the tip of the 3. Now we're too far that way. Oh boy. It just needs move just a little bit. All right, let me see where we're at. About 2.5. Right there. And right there. It's pretty close right on. So I'm going to just leave it right at that. And I'm happy with the way it's looking from head to toe. Looks like about 1.5. I cannot really tell. But I'm happy with the way that looks. I'm not too worried about the up and down as I am the sideways. Okay, I think we have it. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe my sticks. I will let this set up. And then I will be back for the next step. I'm going to gently... I don't want to get too close to the sticker. Because I don't want it bubbling up. And I don't want to get too close to the edge. There's an air bubble right there. So, there you guys have that. And I will see you guys in a few hours. Hello. Okay, welcome back. This has set up and it is ready to be demolded. So I'm just going to pull it out of this little wood box. Okay. It's still a little soft and stuff, but it is, I mean, it's ready. So, possibly. Oh, yep, there it goes. Just got to break the seal on it. Okay. And here, whoops, and I forgot to take that out. Okay, so I'm just going to flip the corners. Oh, my goodness. And let's see how well this worked. I'm just trying to get the corners out of there. Okay. So that worked out perfectly. And I'll just flip my mold back over and set it aside. So here we go. I got a little bit of cleanup to do, not bad. There's a couple rough edges, and I get these at Harbor Freight, and I can just go, well, if I can get a hold of it, and just go around the edges with it. Not that easy, but basically that's all you do. This one's seen better days, but I've got more. So anyways, that's all you got to do with the little sanding blocks. These are really nice to have instead of just regular sandpaper. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to flip it this way. Ooh, look at there. Okay, so it turned out beautifully, but however, I'm going to go ahead. There is a bubble right there and a bubble there and one right there. So it turned out perfect. I love how the colors turned out on it. But I'm going to show you guys how to, and I'm actually, because I don't have just any regular plastic, I'm just going to set it on top of the mold is what I'm going to do and stuff, so it's not sticking to my table. And that's what I'm going to do. All right, and I'm going to show you guys how to fix that. I just love how the pink turned out so, the pink and blue just turned out so nice. I love the colors that I did pick. All right, come on, why are you not working? There we go. Okay, so I have this 4-hour D-Mole Fast Curing by Bonastella. And that's part A. And here is part B. Okay, so I mixed up 50 grams of A and 45 grams of B on this, and I will just mix it up really good. And like I had said, I'm making all kinds of noise here. There is a spot right here, one right here, and one right here. Very easy fix. Knocking things over. So let me give this a good mix. And like I said, that's a pretty easy fix. So anyways, let me make sure it's flat down on this. I just love these molds here. I think that they are just so pretty, and when you get done, because you can store anything in it, jewelry, I mean, you could use it just as a picture, whatever you want to do with these. Okay, I'm just about done mixing it. And I always make sure I get the sides and the bottom when I'm mixing my resin. Okay, so basically all you do is just pour it right down on. And you won't even be able to tell that those little air bubbles were there. I'm just making sure I get it all out of the cup. And I think that's about it. And then I'll just clean my stick really good. And I will just go ahead and run it to the edges. Oops, trying to get it in there so you guys can see what I'm doing. And you don't need very much, just a nice thin layer that will coat the whole bottom of this. And then it'll level itself out once you get it set down. And then I just take a torch and go in there and do all the bubbles. And there you have it. That is all. So it is done, and I'll just let it set up and good to go. Catch you later.